Welcome back to another video, ladies and gentlemen. Another beautiful day out on the ranch, homestead, farm, whatever you want to call this property. Oh man, it's so nice out here. It's actually kind of cold. The weather in the south the last week or two has been pretty crazy post Hurricane Sally.
Yeah.
Did you make plenty of Sally whacking jokes when that hurricane was coming through?
No, I have not.
You didn't?
No,
That's a waste.
Yeah, it is a waste.
All I could think of when I heard Hurricane Sally was, oh God, Andrew's gonna be talking about Sally whacking during Hurricane Sally or something. Anyways, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go check out his channel, LOJO Fishing, and you'll learn all about the Sally whacking lifestyle. But when the hurricane came through, it actually blew out a lot of the humidity and the hot weather, and now what's left, it's like 58 degrees right now. I mean, we got hoodies on, it's pretty cool. Now it's gonna get up into the 70s today, but the lows at night now are like in the 50s and the highs are in the 70s this week, which is just amazing. It's almost like we got fall overnight. But as you guys can see, we got the Blue Baby boat rigged up. Blue, what did you call it? The LOJO?
No,
Somebody called it the LOJO. I actually like that. Just a little vulgar for me, but what did you say it was?
Bluegie.
Bluegie, yeah, it just doesn't have enough. I don't know. I'm gonna call it the Blue Baby today. And we're on a secret, not a secret mission, but a very important mission. So as you guys seen when we fished the backyard pond, we've got some good fish in there. I mean, there's some beautiful fish, they're healthy, there's a lot of them, but there's not really a lot of size. And I mean, but there's really not that size that you would expect. Obviously, the pond's only 5 years old. It only got stocked 5 years ago. So even like at the fastest growth rate, there's probably only like 5-pounders at the most in there. So the goal today would be for us, myself and Badger, to catch maybe 1 or 2. I mean, 1 would be awesome, but more than 1 would be sweet. 1 or 2 good sized bass. We're talking about 3, 4, 5 pounds or more, and bring them back and start stocking my private pond on my property with some larger size bass. Get some good big genetics in there to see if we can't improve the overall size of the fish in this pond. We're keeping this super simple. In fact, we've only got 3 rods on the deck right here. Come on in tight, Mr. Badger. Super simple. We got a juicy jig right there, black and blue. We've got a weightless lunker log, and we have not deemed this rod's lot in life yet. We don't know what's gonna be on that one, but I think we're gonna go back to the Chattahoochee River. And it's because Andrew and I have found some pretty good spots on there. We hooked into some pretty good fish. We lost some good fish too, but we kind of feel like that they might be around right there on the south side of a big spillway and dam. So that is the mission today, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. If you're new, subscribe. It's a red button right below the video. Hit the bell notification. That way you guys do not miss an upload. Badger, are you ready to go fishing?
Let's get them, dude.
Let's go. Oh! So I think we're gonna head back up, like I said, to that exact spot where we were actually hooking into some largies last time we were here. Got old Badger dropping me in. Keep on, that's good, that's good, that's good. That good. Gotta deal with this current. This water is really up right now because of course we had the hurricane and everything. So let's see, I'm gonna need probably both hands to crank this. Yep, I'm gonna need both hands. Oh boy, you guys will remember we've got a broken thingamabob here. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I think we're gonna head to the spillway and just straight up fish it. I think it's gonna give us our best chance at a big one. All right, buddy, you ready to run?
Let's get it.
I want to give a big special shout out to LOJO for providing us with such an awesome fish catching machine, river rat mobile, just a all-around outdoor vehicle to let us get out on the water and really do these types of videos and challenges and just getting us out there becoming one with nature. Big shout out to them for sponsoring today's video. But now let's get to some fishing.
Good?
I don't know.
In a log?
Tongue. Dude, what the heck? Holy moly. Dude, I was swimming it. I think I'm Kong. This could be, dude, this could be like a giant catfish or something. I don't even know. Shoot, maybe not. Golly, dude. Whoo! Oh my gosh, is that him? What the freak? Okay, I came off. Dude, holy shnikes. You know what I think? You ready for this? I just had that big fish that splashed. I just had him hooked. Really? He got me hung. He came off and he just came up and wrecked that. I think it was a big catfish, which we could have brought that back to the pond too, huh?
That'd be epic. Dude.
A big catfish would be cool. There's already catfish in there. Wow. Okay. See, I went to reel it in, but he was like under the boat with the damn lure. Wow. Suppose I better pay closer attention. That might be a fish. No, it wasn't. I think I was just on a rock and the current was pulling it the opposite way. Let's give him something different to look at. Let's give him a little clutch to look at. There's so much bait. This thing should get eaten like right away. Oh yeah, the jig would probably be. You remember how all this stuff looked. I mean, right in front of us, it's like 5 feet. I mean,
yep. How deep is it right here?
31 feet. Yeah, I know. Well, it should, like, we should be getting bites. This jig falling off of that should be like getting picked off by something as it's falling down it. He was swimming right at me. I don't think he has it anymore. Dude, frick. Moving too fast. I can't even make like a follow-up cast on it. Had a little bite. Show them how fast we're moving right here. This is intense. This is faster than you can troll, faster than you can idle. And we really can't stop because if we engage spot lock, it's having to fight so hard to keep us in one spot. It's not gonna happen. All right, what is this, mud? Are we about to get beached right here or what? I don't know, this is looking mighty peculiar. Wow, this is crazy. Yeah, get that tree, baby.
Oh, it is? Uh-huh.
Dude, it's 12 feet right here.
Oh.
We're definitely going back up in here. We have to, right? I mean, it would be irresponsible for us to not go back up in here, right? Plus, if we get stuck, you'll get out and push us, turn us around, right? Oh, man, I need that commitment from you now, though. Before we go in here, I need the commitment that you're gonna get us unstuck.
Yeah, I'll do it for you. I'll do anything for you.
Okay. Good to know. Let's try and negotiate the back end of this boat. Dude, this is crazy. It's 12 feet in here. Now the water is really high, so it's probably not this deep on the regular. But you know what? This is exactly what aluminum boats are for. Like, all jokes aside, like, this is exactly what they're for.
This is crazy, dude.
It's beautiful. It's amazing. Got him. Oh! What is that? What kind of bass is that, dude? That's a crazy looking bass. Is that a freaking... Okay, this is crazy. Is this a mean mouth, dude?
I don't know.
This is... Okay, this is a weird bass, everybody. We've got a crazy catch. Look, that does that look like a spot to you, or a smallie?
I don't know. It has more like a spot look.
This is a. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to get some confirmation from our folks, and we're also gonna live well this thing so we can check. I believe that is a mean mouth bass, which is a mix between a smallie and a spot. Look at the mouth on this thing, man. It's got a smallie mouth. It doesn't have like a gold tint to it.
Yeah.
We're gonna live well this thing, and plus we're about to run into a. Tree. Let's live well this thing. We're gonna have to do some research. I'm only so confident because I was with Rackley in Texas and he caught one. It was big, but I think this might be a mean mouth, which is like a hybrid. Holy moly, what did we just catch? This is by far one of the coolest places I've ever been, let alone like fished. Dude, it's 14 feet now. And we've definitely also come to the end of the road here. I think this is it. This is as far as we're going. So let's try to pick one off of this tree. Hey?
Should be.
Fish. Oh, what a monster!
Put it in your pond.
Put it in a live well. Look at that guy.
That's another. That's a spot.
Well, I think it's got the dot. See, that's why I think these are mean-mouth.
So this could be a mean-mouth?
Yes, it could. It absolutely could. We're gonna look that up, but we don't need to keep that one though. All right, I think you got in the game with the little mean-mouths. We're gonna have to do quite a bit of research to see if this is in fact one of these mean-mouths. It's got a tint to it, man. It doesn't look like a spotted bass, you know.
Yeah.
It's got the body and the mouth of a spotted bass, but it kind of looks. It's got that golden tint.
Right.
I don't know. We've got the other one in the well though, so we can.
Yeah,
we're still gonna do some
this
research. But hey, now you've caught one, so.
Heck yeah.
If that is one of those, that would be your first one, right?
Yeah, put me in the mean-mouth gang. Good
Nice.
douche.
Good job, buddy.
Thanks,
Weightless lunker log for the
get
win. All right, so let's see here. Mean mouth bass. I just want to see what they look like because, okay, well, first of all, what is a mean mouth bass? It's a hybrid species that occurs when a largemouth or a spotted bass mate with a smallmouth bass. Okay, I wonder if that has a picture. Catchandfillet.com. I wonder if you eat these bad boys. I really just want to see like some high quality image so we can compare what we have with. That looks like a smallmouth to me. I don't know. Mean mouth. Where to find mean mouth bass? This says the only two states that officially have them is Missouri and Georgia. But see, here's the thing. The Chattahoochee River runs through Georgia, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So Georgia, Alabama, and into Florida. So
Nice.
let's do mean-mouth bass, Alabama, and just see what pops up. Ooh, mean-mouth invasion of the Tennessee River. That's interesting.
Yeah, put them in your pond.
Probably be really good. Super invasive. Yeah, see this guy, so this is like a story about a guy who moved to northern Alabama, and he caught a really big mean-mouth. So there you go. There's northern Alabama right there. And that's the Tennessee River chain, which is obviously not the Chattahoochee River, but if they're in Alabama, and it looks like there are here, I mean, that's gotta be what this is. Let's look at some pictures here. Let's look at, I'm trying to, because there's a bunch of random, you know how pictures are on Google, you never really know what you're looking at, you know? Like that would be a great picture because it's got all three, but it's super not quality. These all just look like smallies, so I don't know, man. Oh, here we go. Okay. So here's like a hybrid. Yeah, here's the hybrid. I don't know. Like there's one right there. Then I mean that definitely looks like a cross between a spot because it's got the small head, it's got that football body, it's got that lateral line, but then it's got like the brownish stuff on top. You see what I'm saying? That's
crazy because I've caught some of those in my stretch of the Chattahoochee.
So you may have.
I had no idea.
So so we're gonna show you guys this. This is a good picture right here on the screen. Oh geez. Okay, this picture right here, and let's compare this. We're gonna leave this open. Compare this to what we're about to pull out of the live well here. Little bit of mean mouth. Whoa, he's feisty. It always amazes me how much more feisty the spotted bass species are than the largies. My guy's just like, look at him. He's just bashing his skull in. God, that water's so cold, it feels so good.
Nice.
Oh! Now look how gold that fish is right there, or brown, you know? I mean, that looks like that fish in that picture. It's got such a golden tint to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Am I crazy, or am I like eyes messed up, or what?
What I would say is it has that lateral line that a spot has.
This is definitely a species of spotted bass. It's got the rough tongue.
Yeah, but at the same time, it does have some of this. I feel like if the water wasn't so dingy and it had all of this color, it would have those spots that mean-mouth had in the picture.
Right, exactly. But the golden, like look at the belly. It looks like a smallmouth belly. Like the coloration of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that's a mean-mouth, which would be my first ever. You think you may have caught some, but maybe not. Who cares? You caught one too today. But either way, obviously a super rare fish because there's not a lot of reports of these being caught in our neck of the woods. In northern Alabama, we're in southern Alabama, so. We are gonna release this guy though. I'll tell you why in just a second. Look at how feisty that joker is. Probably should have got a picture with that, but I mean, you know, it's all good. Having read a little bit about it, I probably shouldn't put that in my pond. You know, it's kind of what we were thinking. One of those articles seemed to think that it was not invasive, but it was kind of like taking over a certain part of a river system where the smallmouth are. We probably don't want to put a different species like that into our pond. So yeah, so today's mission kind of turned from us trying to catch a big bass, which we're probably gonna fish a little bit more, but trying to catch a big bass and bring it home to our pond. We actually caught a fish species I've never caught before. So here's what we're gonna do. Me and Andrew are gonna keep fishing, and maybe we can stick a good bass out of this river, but we're gonna head back to the old pond at the ranch and check up on our fish buddies. Come on, Charles, you silly rascal. I'll tell you guys what, getting a buggy, as my neighbor calls it, getting this side-by-side, quite possibly the best money I've ever spent in my life, and quite possibly the best investment for this ranch of all time. So obviously it's the next day, I should say. Andrew's gone. We finished up that little fishing adventure, as you guys saw, and I had quite a day yesterday, but he's gone. And we need to go check on our fish, because the catfish population is thriving, the brim population is absolutely loaded, and the bass population is making a comeback, and I'll explain what I'm talking about in just a second. Got our little dog food container. I just moved the whole container out here since Charlie won't eat it. Then I'll just feed all the other fish with his food. And I got my sweet little chum bucket, which is kind of a fish trap thing, but nice little scooper as well. So at this point on the channel, you guys have probably seen me feed the catfish and the brim and everything multiple times. You're probably wondering why I'm doing that. Ooh, my lens is just covered in water. That's probably a good shot. That looks much better. But the reason why I'm doing this, there is a purpose to this. And plus, it's just kind of fun to feed these fish. But we're doing multiple things. When we continuously feed in one area of this pond with something that the catfish and the brim like, we're doing a few things here. One, we are kind of feeding the brim, you know, which they don't need much help. Look, I mean, look at these guys. I mean, I don't know how well you guys can see that, but there's just thousands of little baby ones on top of all the big ones that are out there munching alongside the catfish and stuff. But we're also feeding the catfish, and why that's important to me is since we have so many catfish in this pond and there's so much bait in this pond, they outnumber the bass, like probably 5 to 1 at least. And so they're in competition for food now, right? And the main forage in this pond, from what we've seen, is brim, bluegill, small bait fish. Well, the thing is, if you want a trophy bass pond, which is where I'd like this thing to be eventually, you don't want your bass in major competition with another fish species for food. You want them to be able to get food easily. So my plan with this is keep the catfish fed, right? With dog food, with catfish feed, with bread, whatever. Come out here every day, feed the heck out of them. And you're also, the byproduct is you're feeding the brim too, like I said. But we're gonna keep them nice and fat and fed and happy, so that hopefully the end result will be the catfish will continue to grow and get bigger, because we want big catfish in here too. But then the catfish will stop eating brim as much, you see, because they've got a belly full of food. You know what I mean? So it creates a little bit more of a dynamic shift. That way the bass can be the ones heavily feeding on the brim, because the bass are not going to eat this dog food. I tell you one thing though, the bass population is growing. I know this for a fact because I came out here earlier, or maybe it was yesterday, and threw some dog food out. And as soon as the brim started popping on it, a bass just went pow, a topwater explosion on the brim. So they're starting to make a comeback. Normally it takes a couple minutes for the catfish to come in, which they're here now. So I know that one was a bass because these guys just got here. I mean, a couple minutes later. Now there's the albino catfish right there. Look, there he is. Now, ideally, eventually, on that little finger right there, that little point, we can put a fish feeder to kind of do what I'm doing automatically. That way I don't have to do it every single day. But yeah, so that's what we're doing here. That's the plan. But I think we've put like 7 to 10 good-sized bass in here already, which doesn't sound like a lot, but for a pond like this, you know, 20, 25 more bass that are 3 pounds or more, that's gonna really help the bass population out here. So we won't know, only time will tell, but you know, who knows. You know you're an outdoorsman when you just have like a bed full of random stuff. Got a frog gig right here. Got an adventure hat that's just done. Got a Rambugan bait shirt. Got stuff from my boat for the seats, and we have a tent in a bag. Yeah, so gonna be making a run here shortly to my little storage shed to put all this stuff up. Anyways, folks, I just wanted to give you guys a quick pond update. And yeah, so let me know in the comments section about that fish that we caught on the Chattahoochee River. Give me your vote. Was it a meanmouth? Was it just a regular spot? Was it some other type of fish that I'm unaware even exists? Let me know in the comment section. I would much appreciate any help that you guys can give us on the matter. I'm almost 95% sure that it was a meanmouth just because I've seen a meanmouth in person. And this thing looked like a meanmouth. It just didn't look like your average spotted bass, but hey, what do I know? Also, we failed to catch any big bass to bring back to the pond, but that's okay because you guys have seen some videos where we have succeeded in bringing bass to the ponds by now. So we're getting bass in here slowly but surely. Anyways, that's my pond update, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. See you guys in the next one.